Well, hello, and thank you for joining us for our weekend edition as we continue the stories of great Christians with DL Moody, Chapter 3 of 25. So, without further ado, here we go. You'll probably be watching more of me than the caption because it's more of an audio than a video. So here you go.
Stories of Great Christians. We are bringing you from the radio studios of the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago, Chapter 3 in the story Layman from God, a portrait of DL Moody.
If you remember where we left off last time, he was a young man trying to find his way, and he was going to Boston.
Good. All aboard. Good.
It is early in the year of 1854, and the 17-year-old Dwight Lyman Moody is aboard the Vermont and Massachusetts, heading toward Boston.
Ticket? Have your tickets ready. Tickets?
Oh, yes, sir. How long before we get to Boston, conductor?
3 hours, young man. You to Boston to find a job?
Sure am.
Good luck to you. Not many jobs open there for country boys.
Well, I'll find one. Don't you fret none about that.
Boston in 5 minutes. Boston in 5 minutes. Sure you have all your baggage when you leave the train. Boston in 5 minutes. That stops. Boston in 5 minutes.
Everyone, even the conductor, could see he was a country boy. And now he was going to knock 'em dead in Boston. Yes, sirree. That's just what he was going to do. The first people he planned to bowl over were his two uncles. Samuel Socrates Holton and his brother Lemuel were leading shoe merchants in the city of Boston. Young Moody entered the city at the time when industrialization was flourishing, and the boot and shoe business was doing very well. His uncles owned 2 shops in the prime business area, with the city of 150,000 growing like the weeds in June. Through the front door of 43 Court Street walked the cocky young Moody, completely confident that he would be offered a job straight away.
Can I help you, sir? I came to see my uncle. That his office straight ahead?
Yes, sir, but he's busy talking with his brother.
Oh, don't fret none. They'll be glad to see me.
Don't you know enough to knock before you enter a private... Oh, it's you, Dwight.
Greetings, Uncle Samuel, Uncle Lemuel. Last Thanksgiving, when you were out to the house, I told you I was coming to Boston. Well, here I be.
Sit down, Dwight.
How's your mother and the rest of the family?
Oh, fine, Uncle Lemuel. Well, I'm here, all right.
Yes, you are.
When did you arrive?
Oh, just this morning. Came right here from the train station, all fired up to get going.
Get going where?
Get going with a job.
Have you got one lined up?
Well, how could he, Samuel? The lad just got into town.
Oh, yes, he did. So he did. Well, if you'll excuse me, Dwight, I've got a business to run.
Oh, yes, sir. I'll be around, Uncle Samuel. I'll have a job straight away and let you know where.
Oh, wait, DL. Let me close this door. Don't take it so hard, Dwight. Your Uncle Samuel's a busy man.
Take what so hard?
Well, if he didn't offer you a job.
It never crossed my mind, Uncle Lemuel. I'll get a job right off. Just like that.
Yeah, in the meantime, you've got to have a place to stay.
Yes, I do, all right. Didn't think much on it till now.
Well, you can stay at our house until you get situated.
Well, thank you. It'll be only for a day or two till I have a job.
Many years later, when preaching in Boston, DL made the following remarks about those first days in that city.
I remember how I walked up and down the streets, trying to find a situation. I recollect how, when they answered me roughly, their treatment would chill my soul. But when someone would say, I feel for you, I would like to help you, but I can't. But you'll be all right soon. I went away happy and light-hearted. Sympathy did me good.
God was putting young Mr. Moody through the school of hard experience, so that he would never forget to be considerate and sympathetic to the needs of others. About the third day, his cockiness was beginning to ebb, as he made his way to Uncle Lemuel's house, dragging his weary body and sore feet through the front door.
That you, Dwight?
Yes, it's me, Uncle Lemuel.
Well, come and sit down and rest for dinner. I'm anxious to hear a report on your efforts.
Oh, sitting down is purely a pleasure.
Care to talk about it, or you want to be alone in your misery?
Well, I'm just tired, Uncle Lemuel, and hungry.
Your hunger will be satisfied shortly. What I'm concerned about now is your job hunting.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll get something soon. Maybe tomorrow.
You sound confident.
I am. You can't keep a Moody down.
What did you say your name is, young man?
Moody. M-O-O-D-Y.
Nope, can't say as I got a letter for you.
Oh, okay. Thanks for looking.
Hey, where you hail from, Moody?
Northfield.
Heard of it, but I ain't never been there. Nice town?
Oh, it's all right.
Between oat milk and almond milk, which should I drink?
Neither. This is a protein drink. You've got all...
Any mail for Moody?
I say, this is the third or fourth time today.
Third.
How many times I got to tell you? The mail comes in once a day with the morning train.
Well, I thought you might have missed one.
Oh, cheer up, son. Things will get better after you make some friends.
Suppose so, but first I gotta find a job.
Dwight, come on now. Finish up your supper.
Oh, I will, Uncle Lemuel. I'll get around to it.
Dwight!
What?
You're going to sleep right over your supper.
I guess it was.
Dwight, why don't you swallow that Yankee pride just for once and ask him?
You mean I should ask Uncle SS for a job?
Precisely.
Well, he knows I need one. He knows why I came to Boston. I will not ask him. Tomorrow I'm going down to the docks and sign on a ship as a sailor.
Did you get a job, Dwight?
Not yet, but I will.
Where did you apply?
Everywhere. But I'll keep looking. I'll not ask Uncle SS.
Why not?
He knows I need one.
Well, how did it go today?
Need you ask? Nobody in the city wants me.
Later in life, Mr. Moody described those days as a most horrible experience.
It seemed there was room for everyone else in the world, but none for me. For about several days, I had the feeling that no one wanted me. I never had it since, and I never want it again. It's an awful feeling. I went to the post office 2 and 3 times a day to see if there was a letter for me. I was very homesick. At last I got a letter. It was from my youngest sister, the first letter she ever wrote. I expected good news from home, and all I heard was that there were pickpockets in Boston. She warned me to beware of them. I thought I better get some money in hand first. Then I might look out for pickpockets.
What could he do now? His country boy appearance and obvious lack of education worked him a severe hardship. It appeared that even his kin had turned against him. Samuel Socrates Holton, Uncle SS, had a heart of stone for his sister's number 6 child.
Sam, it's about time we talked about Dwight.
It is?
Oh, come on, Sam. You should see him, completely dejected and bone-weary. This is no way to treat our sister's child.
Bones hurt him a bit, Lem.
How can you be so sure?
I started the same way when I was the same age as Dwight. Humbling never harmed a soul. Why don't you take him at your store if you're so set on feeding his superior ego? Well, Here I am, Uncle Samuel.
I don't have any openings at the other store, but you do, and you know it. Give him a break, Sam.
Then come and ask, and then I'll think about it.
You won't ask him?
Not on your life, Lem. Not on your life.
Bull-headed Yankees, oh, they give me a skin lash.
Dwight, I think it's time we have a serious talk.
Uncle Lemuel, I'll walk to New York first before I ask Uncle SS for a job.
Now, that's a rash thing to say when you have a future here. If you go about it the right way.
Are you trying to say something?
You go and ask your Uncle SS for a job. Which is more important, a job or Yankee pride?
I'm back, Uncle Samuel.
I can see. Did you find a job?
No, I didn't, and that's why I'm here. I need a job very bad, Uncle SS.
Well, if you work for me, I have strict rules.
Just name them and I'll oblige.
First, I am the proprietor, and you do things my way.
Yes, sir.
You'll live in a boarding house approved by me.
No problem, Uncle.
You'll attend church and Sunday school, stay out of improper places, and never let me find you where you wouldn't want your mother to see you. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to think it over and let me know on Sunday?
Oh, I don't need that long, Uncle SS. I promise to do exactly as you said. Can I start right now?
All right. You've got a job.
The country boy has a job. But how will he do with limited education and lack of polish? The rambunctious Moody hit Court Street like a cyclone.
Hey, mister, what do you want? What are those things on your feet? I beg your pardon, those are my boots.
Oh, that's what you call them.
Yes, and what business is it of
Well,
yours?
excuse me for laughing, sir, but you're too fine-looking a gentleman to wear such poorly boots.
Oh, is that so?
Sir, those ain't fitting for hog calling. No, sirree. A gent as fine as you needs new boots.
And you sell them, do you?
Yep, Bolton and Company, right back there. Come along and see the finest in Boston.
All right, let's look at the shoes. How'd you know my wife's been after me to get new boots?
Young man, I have been a customer of S.S. Bolton for years, and you tell me you haven't got my size?
Madam, your feet are too large for the size you want.
Right. Go over there and fit Mrs. Penberthy with a pair of shoes. She pulls this every time she comes in.
I declare now you say I have big feet. I have never been so insulted in my life.
How do you do, Mrs. Penberthy? I'm the expert on big feet around here.
What did you say? Samuel Socrates Bolton, you fire this young upstart.
Just let me say, ma'am, he is the expert on big feet.
Mr. Holton, I have been a customer.
Sit down, lady.
What?
You wouldn't want me to shoot you like a horse.
Well,
Stand it
no,
up.
I wouldn't.
Then sit down. Now, that's better. Madam, I'll show you how we can put a proper shoe on your big feet and make you the envy of Boston.
Oh, really, young man? You can do that?
Yes'm. The elegance of a fine pair of proper shoes will gracefully support a lady of your distinction.
Oh, really?
This new Bostonian soon earned a name for himself as a fine, top-notch salesman. Here he developed his methods that would make him a superior salesman for God and the gospel of Jesus Christ. But at this point, he began to eye money and its accumulation seriously. However, he had some promises to keep that were more pressing. DL had promised Uncle SS he'd attend church and Sunday school. So at the appointed time, he appeared at the Mount Vernon Congregational Church Sabbath School and was directed to the class of one Edward Kimball. And so we conclude Chapter 3 of the story, Layman from God, a portrait of DL Moody. This is another in the series, Stories of Great Christians, produced by the Department of Broadcasting of the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago.
It is a great story, isn't it? And that, He was a cocky
Hey, do you remember
young,
the Soup Man?
He was a cocky young man that was looking for a job. God had to humble him. And now that he's going to church and to Sunday school, as an adult, not as a kid in a house, but still kind of in that genre, we'll see what God does to him next week when you tune in for chapters 4 and 5 on the weekend. Thanks again for joining us. May the Lord bless and keep you. And if the Lord keeps me till then and keeps you, and the rapture doesn't happen where Jesus comes down and takes us all home with him, well, then I'll see you then. Until then, God bless. Have a great day. And share Jesus. Grow in grace.